welcome back.
Yeah.
Which
nice
hand
vacation.
was that? That was the right hand that you're waving. There's the left hand. There we go.
The viewers are probably sick if they watch the weekend show. They're probably like, oh man, she's showing that thing again.
Well, look, this is the first time I've seen her. We've
Yeah.
been texting over the weekend, but congratulations. She
Thank
went away
you.
for a week up north and came back with a big rock on her finger. So,
Yes.
Got some planning to do.
Yeah, and Bobby knows I've been waiting a long time, very patiently.
Very
I've been
patiently.
a patient
I will
little
say
angel,
that.
just waiting. Yeah.
I will say that. I will say that. Congratulations to you and him. That's great news. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about the weather. So today's show, we're going to do kind of some of the local weather. We have quite a few clouds out there and a couple of showers around. So we'll talk about that and our rain chances next couple of days. We've got some pretty big wildfires out west in California. We've got a package we're going to show you on that. Of course, we have the tropics. What is it, 40 to 70%, or is it 80% chance? I think it's 80%.
80 for the 7 day,
chance.
yeah.
But this thing's way out in the Atlantic, and we're talking literally a week before it gets to the islands.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a long time to watch that. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the climate, because we just finished off what we call meteorological summer. Right? Meteorological fall starts September 1st. We'll explain all that, and we'll take a look at some of the temperature data that we have from this past summer. So let's start with the radar, Colleen. You can see we've got some rain out there right now. Most areas actually, it's kind of to our west and to our east, so most areas are actually dry. Let's start here along the coast, because there is some light rain coming in from off of the Gulf now, and you can see that here. This is very light showers, Indian Rocks Beach southward. It's mainly south of Bel Air Beach, but you see some more rain coming in off of Clearwater. Clearwater's right about there. There's Honeymoon. And then you can see the rain down here. It's just south of Bradenton, Sarasota area, and parts of I-75. You move a little bit further to the south, you can see towards Venice. Not a lot of rain. No severe weather is expected, but some rain that's in there. And then inland locations. Colleen, it's one of those days where you've got winds at the surface like this, and then the mid and upper levels like that.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly enough moisture in the atmosphere. You can feel it when you step outside, but really not squeezing out that much rain. I mean, it's a pretty typical September day. I want to say August, but yeah. September day here in Tampa Bay. Now, the southern end of the peninsula, they really have better rain coverage down there. But yeah, here closer to home, look at that in Fort Lauderdale. Man, they are getting lit up.
Even the Keys.
Yeah,
getting lit up too.
But
yeah.
You know, here it's just an average day.
Just an average day. We do have a little bit of dry air kicked in here. Now, it's still humid, don't get me wrong, but dew points, for the most part, we're running in the mid and upper 70s.
Yeah.
All right, and that's that. You just walk outside, your glasses fog up, you know, the drink's got the water right on the outside quickly. Those numbers have been down in the low 70s the last few days. So it is noticeably drier out there. I mean, I know I notice it a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's helped to cut down on the rainfall just a little bit. Plus, we don't have a lot of clouds around right now. I mean, a lot of sunshine around because of the clouds. But this is all part of the cold front that came through here. So, Colin, you worked Sunday. You saw all that rain we had.
Yeah, that front was kind of sinking down for the viewers that were here on Saturday and Sunday. We talked about how the rain chances kind of traveled with that front as it moved slowly down towards the southern end of the peninsula where it's parked at this time. So yeah, as you head further up to the north, the northern end of the panhandle, you see it's much drier up there. They don't have as much rain, and those rain chances get better as you head towards Miami and the Keys, both ends, the east and the west. And what Bobby's drawing right now, we have that area low pressure out there, and that's directing our winds, and that's why we have that those different winds that are coming in from the East Coast, and then we also have those winds that are coming in from our Gulf Coast as well. And that high pressure that's parked too, that's kind of helping steer those winds as well.
So the high is what gives us the drier air, right?
Yeah.
That's a nice air mass that came in from the northwest. We only really get a taste of it. I mean, the air is much drier up here.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of
Atlanta, look at that.
I know, that's how good. But look, you know, the front that you talk about is down here now over Key West, really. But that's what came through here on Sunday. And then Monday, it formed a little low here. Tuesday, it was here. Wednesday, it's out here. But it's that counterclockwise flow that's dragging in some of that drier air. That's the reason why those dew points dropped into the lower 70s. Again, not huge, but this time of the year, that's the best we can hope for. Because a lot of times we don't even see that. We really don't see this type of pattern until we get to late September.
Yeah.
And even into October. So this has been an odd pattern. A lot of our friends and family up north is a lot cooler, a lot drier than what it is I heard some folks are actually closing pools, the public pools early up there. Although I think that flip-flops. I think there's going to be a week or so that they're going to wish they had the pool open.
Right. I agree.
And so we've got a lot going on for not a lot of weather, right? Look at all these offshore, all these clouds and showers that are blowing in our direction. Again, some of those showers are going to get in here later tonight, and you can see the clouds. And I do expect it to stay mostly cloudy as we work our way through the evening hours. But temperature-wise, 88 in Tampa, it's still warm. 85 in Port Manatee, 92 in Riverview, 90 in Wesley Chapel, and 91 out in Bartow. Lakeland's only in the upper 80s. Some of these numbers are kind of surprising because it doesn't feel that hot outside because of those lower dew points. And you can see it's still 73 is kind of muggy, certainly is muggy, but it's not the 75, 76 that we have down south, 79 in Key West. This is what we've been dealing with for most of the summer.
Yeah.
So it's just a little bit of a break. It's certainly not the mid-60s in Gainesville.
Yeah.
That's huge. 57.
Yeah, Tallahassee, 61 for that dew point.
Yeah, look at Jacksonville.
57, yeah.
I mean, that is so if you've been around here any kind of amount of time, as we transition from summer into fall, once late October generally, somewhere in October, we get a cold front. We get the first one of the season, and it's like, oh, this feels fantastic. That's happening in Jacksonville. Okay, they've actually had a little bit before, but I don't remember the dew points being that low over the last couple of weeks when we started into this pattern. So this is one of the driest air masses that they've seen so far. It will flip-flop, and that's the part of the problem for them, but it's nice when you can get it. Now, let's go through this. Let's go hour by hour. So this is 6 o'clock tonight. I do expect a few more showers in the model, saying especially southern Pinellas beaches down into Manatee and Sarasota County. And then you see these inland showers, nothing major, although you see the bigger storms are out towards Fort Pierce. But there will be a few showers, and that goes through about 11:30. A couple of these building their way back towards the west. You see those wind arrows?
Yeah.
That's the south. That's the surface winds out of the east-southeast, and that's what these low-level showers are coming in from the east. The stuff from the west is actually coming the opposite direction. It's almost like Virga. And you want to explain Virga, where it's rain falling down out of the cloud, but a lot of it evaporates before it actually makes the ground.
Yeah.
So you'll see it on the radar, but you won't necessarily feel it. In this case, some of it will make it to the ground, and that's those light showers that we're talking about at the beach right now. All right, Thursday morning, headed back to work and school, dry in the morning. Here we go, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Notice where this line is up here, okay? And look at our winds. They're out of the east-northeast, so you would imagine that this line's coming further towards Tampa. So let's go from 3 p.m., there you go, to 7:30, 8 o'clock. You'd see that? I'll back it up. We'll do it again. This is 3 o'clock. Let's go slower. This is 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Look at that. Good chance for rain.
Yeah, so essentially dinner time for anybody. Yep. I mean, any of our local viewers, if you're trying to plan your Thursday nights, Thursday afternoon, picking the kids up from school will be drier. And then as you move into dinner time, if you have outdoor plans, I would just be aware that some of you could see some showers, maybe a brief downpour.
Yeah, and one or two thunderstorms in the mix.
Yeah,
Nothing
definitely.
major.
Can't be ruled out. Yeah.
But that's east to northeast wind blows it all to the coast, and then as we get into Friday, we actually see a dry start again, and then just a few showers in the afternoon on Friday. I think it'll be a little less altogether. So let's get into the forecast. Here we go. We're talking upper 80s to near 90. We will start tomorrow in the mid 70s again, which has been a little bit lower. Well, the last few days have been there, but a little bit lower than what we normally are. And so that'll get us back up to around 90 in the afternoon for tomorrow. Most areas, I think, upper 80s.
Yeah, the air temperature has been great.
Yeah.
I've been loving it.
Yeah, well, and plus the humidity. I mean, that makes all the difference.
Yeah.
A little bit of a breeze in the afternoon. Northeast winds to the northwest. Then they come back to the northeast for boating. 1 to 2 foot seas out there. Will be a little bit bumpy in the late afternoon hours. Here's our rain chances. 40% for tomorrow. Remember, that's 5, 6 o'clock in the Tampa area. 30% on Friday, and that's probably a lot. 30% on Saturday as well. Sunday, we get a little push of dry air, not up here, but up above us. And we'll talk about that coming up. And then Monday, we'll go back up to around 30%. So what's happening is the dew points are coming up towards the weekend, and that's going to increase that rain chance just a little bit, at least towards Thursday and Friday. So you can see Saturday, dew point 75, and then it starts to come back just a little bit. Now, watch this. As we get into Friday, there's not a whole lot of dry air, but you see that right here. Watch what happens next week. A week from tomorrow, we get all of this dry air. Now, that's a long time out in time, but if that happens, we could actually feel some drier and cooler air right here in Tampa Bay. One of our first cold fronts of the season. Part of that has to do with the tropics, and we'll talk about that. Plus, we're going to talk about the California wildfires coming right up after this break.
Discover the magic of a beautifully organized home during our Shades of Summer promotional event. Transform your space with vibrant, uplifting colors designed to boost your mood year-round. And enjoy savings up to 20% on our favorite summer-inspired finishes. Whether it's your garage, home office, or bedroom, California Closets Tampa Bay will create a stylish, expertly organized space just for you. Get started today by visiting one of our conveniently located showrooms or booking your complimentary design consultation at CaliforniaClosetstampaBay.com.
Weather impacts your life every day. I'm 10 Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins. You can find out about any change in the weather with our 10 Tampa Bay Plus app. Just stream for the latest forecast, any weather impact alert, updated tropics forecast, and take a live look at the radar. Anytime you want, and it's free. It's just one more way we're helping you stay informed, prepared, and connected. Stream 10 Tampa Bay Plus.
I was rear-ended by a reckless driver. I called attorney Dan Newland and he got me $500,000. And that money is really gonna help me.
As one of the largest personal injury law firms in the United States, my team and I remain committed more than ever to win big on your case. Involved in a car accident? Let's get started. Call me at 813-888-8000. That's 813-888-8000.
Dan, your team was awesome. Thank you for winning my case.
Here are the stars of our show.
I am your host, Ryan Seacrest.
The Wheel You Love is back.
Yes! Let's have some fun.
This season will truly be unlike any other.
This has never happened before on Wheel of Fortune.
With bigger trips.
Yeah, baby.
Bigger prizes.
I'd love to take you backstage to the iHeartRadio Music Festival.
And bigger surprises.
There it is.
What a great show!
Let's do it again tomorrow.
The Wheel, weeknights at 7 on 10 Tampa Bay.
All right, welcome back. So as promised, we're going to be talking about the California wildfires. Now, recently they've had some storms with lightning, and some of that lightning was able to spark up a couple wildfires out in California. Of course, anytime they have some drier weather as well, that can absolutely be that fuel needed for these fires to continue to burn. And a spark from a lightning bolt absolutely can set off a string of wildfires, and that's what we're seeing. So one of our CBS reporters has been out there with some coverage, and we're going to toss that right now and give you a sneak peek into that.
An all-out assault on the ground and in the air as firefighters battle thousands of acres up in flames in the Sierra Nevada region of California, sparked by dry lightning storms with little to no rain that hit the region yesterday. The largest fire is burning 6,400 acres, consuming the historic gold rush town of Chinese Camp, 2 hours southeast of Sacramento.
Went home, checked on everything, and I got the word that I needed to use. I had to grab some things, and I stayed.
Evacuations were ordered there yesterday and in 2 neighboring counties as the blaze spread. But lifelong resident Selena Moyle stayed behind. Her home is one of the few that still stands.
Quiet little place, so it'll be pretty quiet now. There's really nothing left. Nothing at all.
It's something like this shakes the pillars of our community no matter what. Tuolumne County is a very tight-knit community. Now property losses, I mean, we were going to wait to see what those are pinpointed down to, but there has been significant property loss.
9 wildfires in Tuolumne, Calaveras, and Stanislaus counties have combined into the now dubbed TCU September Lightning Complex, burning more than 12,000 acres in total. The growing inferno, fanned by strong winds gusting 50 miles an hour and 100-degree temperatures. The hot, windy weather is also challenging firefighters to the south. The Garnet Fire in eastern Fresno County has burned more than 28,000 acres.
They're going to be dry lightning, and with the outflow gusty winds is always a concern for firefighters.
Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Wow. Yeah. A lot of acres burned there. So, Bobby, you know, they keep saying dry lightning. Now, this is important because, you know, people always talk about heat lightning, which that's where I use air quotes because it's not really a thing. Often here in Florida, we see lightning far away. You know, the earth is curved, so you're going to see it over on the horizon. Lightning can travel very far. That's why we always say if you can see lightning, if you can hear thunder, you are close enough to be struck by lightning, even though it's rare. And of course, those fires, they can spark up pretty fast. Now, Bobby, you brought up the radar over in California to see what's going on.
It looks dry. It looks dry. Now, I mean, they had the storms come through yesterday.
Right.
You know, I saw some of the things that the Weather Service had put out yesterday. There were showers and storms coming across, mainly just showers. And they're like, be prepared. We can see some thunderstorms. You need to get indoors right away. Things can change quickly. And it's, you know, wild because for them, that's so different.
Yeah.
You know, for us, it's like, of course, there's going to be a thunderstorm. It's 1:30, right? In the Oldsmar area, that's what happens every day of the summer almost. So it's wild how they're just not used to it. But that's a desert essentially, right? The valley is actually not as much, but they are very, very dry out there. And when they do get those thunderstorms that create lightning, they can get those fires. Unfortunately, most of the rain is now out in Nevada and up into Oregon and even up into Utah and New Mexico and Arizona at this particular point. But it does not look like they're going to get a big relief as far as any rainfall coming there. And you heard them talk about the winds, which just helps spread the fire, make it harder for them to fight it. So I would imagine that that fire gets bigger, or those fires get bigger before they can get a hold on them. And so hopefully they can get a hold on them here pretty soon.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk tropics. All right, so 40 to 80% chance of tropical development out there in the central and eastern Atlantic. I put this front on here because I wanted to show you here. The pattern lately has been these cool, dry, high pressures come down and bring this really nice weather for everybody up north, okay? They get down to here, like the front that we had come through Sunday. They don't give us that much nice weather. They give us some rain, and then they kind of stall out. But when they're sitting here, especially when they're first getting to the Atlantic, that's a good thing for these storms to come up, get picked up, and taken out to sea, just like Aaron did.
Yeah.
So that's why I put that there, because that's kind of how the pattern is. Now, here's what we're looking at. It's not much really much at all at this particular point. It is starting to look a little bit better this evening, but not a lot. And we're waiting for this to get a little bit stronger. Now, here's the European forecast model. Now, it's going to struggle. It's got some dry air. It's got some dust in it right now. This is by Friday. It's trying to close off a low by then, maybe a depression by this Friday. The latest run of the European is further to the west. It's much weaker. The weaker this is, the more it's coming to the west. The stronger this is, the more it'll go northwest.
Yeah.
And the last several days, it's been more to the northeast here of the islands, up in here. That's not the case now. Look as we get into a week from today, a week and a day, a week and 2 days from today, week and 3 days, it's now taking a much further south. That's Puerto Rico, right over top of it. And it's much weaker. Okay, here's the front.
I was going to say, you can really see the effects of the front.
Yeah, well, it's going to miss it. It'll
Yeah.
miss it. If it's stronger and it's up here, it'll get picked up and taken out. Now, this is what it looks like on just the surface level pressure here. It's kind of tougher to see, so didn't use this one a whole lot, but you can see it takes it in there in the islands by a week and a couple days, week and a day or so. So we got time to watch this. This is the GFS model. It's a little bit further to the south, closer to the islands. It was further up here, now it's here, but it looks like it wants to recurve it, maybe. So we're going to have to watch that. Let me go in fast motion here for you as it approaches the Turks and Caicos. But guys, we're talking September 13th by that particular time. All right, so we have plenty of time to watch this. The tropical outlook is going to show that we are looking into next week, right, and the week after. In fact, it looks like the 17th through the 23rd. I'm saying the middle and the end of the back end of September look to be a little bit more on the active side. So we don't know exactly where these things are going, but we just know that there are some things in the atmosphere. The MJO is coming into a position where we have more lift, and so it makes sense that we're watching for more storms as we get into the end of the month.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a quick break, come back, let's talk some climate.
I was driving when an 18-wheeler turned in front of me. I locked up my brakes, bam, slid dead into the truck. Bloody and hurt, I was loaded into an ambulance, and that's when I put out my phone and called Attorney Dan Newland. Dan jumped right on it. He was in my corner the whole way. He fought the fight from beginning to end and got me $1 million.
Involved in a car accident? Call me now at 813-888-8000.
Dan, your awesome team deserves 6 stars. Thank you for winning my case.
Weather impacts your life every day. I'm 10 Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins. You can find out about any change in the weather with our 10 Tampa Bay Plus app. Just stream for the latest forecast, any weather impact alert, updated tropics forecast, and take a live look at the radar. Anytime you want, and it's free. It's just one more way we're helping you stay informed, prepared, and connected. Stream 10 Tampa Bay Plus.
And it's like a movie script. It's family rivalry, betrayal, and murder.
They cover America's most fascinating true crime stories.
One way or another, that's an execution.
Absolutely.
Every case.
Who would want to hurt him?
Every clue.
This is dynamite for an investigator.
Every mystery that keeps you guessing until the very end.
Does everyone's jaws drop?
Dateline, 5 times a week.
Watch weekdays at 4 on 10 Tampa Bay.
Windows are created and installed with different levels of quality. Unique quality that can withstand the tropical climate. Our installers only install PGT custom windows and doors, so we are the go-to experts. Don't take my word for it. We have been named Best of Tampa Bay 3 years in a row, Reader's Choice in Sarasota 3 years in a row, and nationally recognized as Window and Door Dealer of the Year. Price is what you pay, but value is what you get. Give WeatherTight Windows a call today, and don't forget the cookies.
All right, hey, welcome back. So we are going to talk about climate data because September 1st was the first day of meteorological fall. Summer begins June 1st for us meteorologists. So basically what we do is we take climate data, instead of looking at the equinoxes and the summer solstice and everything like that. Of course we consider that, but that all goes by the tilt of the earth and how warm it gets with the different seasons, right? This goes off of the climate and kind of breaking it up into chunks. So June, July, and August would be summer, of course. So how do we rank for TPA? Now, this is all data from the airport. So just keep that in mind. And it's the average of the daytime highs as well as the morning lows. And we ranked number 3 at 84.8 degrees for this year, making it the 3rd warmest summer since record keeping began, which, Bobby, correct me, it's began in the 1800s?
1890.
1890,
Records at TPA go back to 1890, yeah. And we were just talking in commercial break, every one of those top 5 years is since 2020.
2020, yeah.
2020 all the way to 25. Look, the climate's warming. We know that, right?
Yeah.
We're measuring it. And urbanization. Everything they've built around the airport area, the rental car facility, the parking lots, they're expanding those roads. That provides more heat, and that number goes up a little bit as well.
Yeah, we had our first 100-degree day.
Yeah, and 119 feels like temp.
Yeah.
Our all-time high. We had both of those. I think that might have been the same day, but that was record-breaking for us this past summer. So yeah, it was hot. Temperature outlook for 6 to 10 days. So this is September 9th through the 13th. Okay, you see, look at the Northeast. Cold, not cold, but cooler than average. Great news, because that means a front's coming through to help protect us, hopefully, from the tropics, right? You see here, we are warmer.
Slightly warmer than average.
Of course.